GamerGobble.
Hello and welcome to another fabulous episode of GamerGobble. I'm your host, Ian.
And I'm Tim.
You're the co-host, Tim.
I'm the co-host, Tim. And this is our fourth try.
Well, we're not doing it again, so
Yeah.
let's just get things rolling with This Week in Gaming.
Let's go.
This Week in Gaming.
I'm only going to be talking about two things on This Week in Gaming this week. Kind of indirectly, it's going to spiral off into other things, but the first is Metroid got its first new 2D game in 13 years. It's also the first Metroid game, I think, in 9 years, and the first one people actually liked in like 13. Or not 13, like 10.
I don't know. You tell me about this, Samus Aran.
Well, in any case, no, because Other M came out in like 2011. In any case, it's the newest Metroid game. It's the first one in a long time. It's a good sign for fans because it's Nintendo bringing back their supposedly dead series. Except, like, they didn't screw it up like they did with Star Fox.
Really?
Because Star Fox was bad.
Hey, it had fur.
Yeah, it did have really realistic fur for some reason.
Okay.
But in any case, Metroid Samus Returns is a remake of Metroid 2 for the Game Boy. I have a slightly mixed thoughts on it. I haven't played the game yet. It looks good. I'm going to pick it up eventually, not anytime soon, though. I like Metroid. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I find it kind of confusing, but I still like it. It's fun. Metroid 2 wasn't the best game in the series, but it was a cool one, I guess. So a remake is neat. The only thing is, we already had a remake from fans called AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake. Tim, you might remember that story?
Yeah, a little.
Okay, well, if you don't know, it's one of the most important projects in all of fan game history.
Yeah, I know.
Development cycle of like 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous amount of ambition, passion, and time went into that game. And the final result was something truly amazing. Nintendo took it down and then revealed that they were making their own remake of Metroid 2, which I'd say pretty much justified taking it down.
It's like that.
At the same time, I feel bad because AM2R was really something special.
It was like that Pokemon Uranium one. Yeah.
Well, that one was total BS to have taken down.
Yeah.
But Metroid 2, or AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, I mean, it was up for about 1 day, which means that it's super easy to find. Mm-hmm. It's on every file-sharing website, readily available. I haven't played it, but I probably will eventually. From what I heard, it's really good. And from what I heard, Samus Returns, the official 3DS one, is also really good. So it's cool that Metroid 2 has not one but two great remakes. One in the style of the older 2D Metroid games, and this one sort of a mix of being the older 2D Metroid games and the newer ones. Well, this whole new era with a couple of other elements. What do you think about Nintendo doing this? Not specifically the game, but like trying to bring back these franchises that have been gone for a long time.
I guess it's a pretty good thing. You know, I like the new modern stuff, and I want to see what a cool takes they're gonna.
The next Metroid game is going to be a first-person shooter.
Oh,
Metroid Prime 4.
Well, I've seen the other first-person Metroid games, and they didn't look too okay to me personally.
You know, Metroid Prime 1 is considered one of the greatest first-person games ever made.
No, that'd be Call of Duty.
It's a 10 out of 10 on every website.
Even IGN.
Yes.
Even game power-ups.
It's not a thing.
Even
No, everyone loves Metroid Prime.
Okay.
I think you'd actually get a huge kick out of Metroid Prime. Other than the controls, they're weird and old.
Oh.
Which is something I hope they fix for Prime 4.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'm looking forward to see how they make it look.
Well,
and all that stuff.
It's cool that they're bringing back not only Metroid, like 2D Metroid, but also Metroid Prime. I thought Other M was going to kill that series.
More like Amazon Prime.
What? The Prime games are cool. I have all of them. Mm-hmm. Well, the three main ones. I don't have the 2DS games.
Amazon Prime.
And I don't have Metroid Prime Federation Force because that doesn't count as a Metroid game.
Optimus Prime.
Tim, just shut up.
I'm trying to think of everything that has Prime in the name. Prime ribs.
Oh, yummy. The other big thing that happened this week, as far as I could tell, was the Nintendo Direct, which oddly enough, despite being a Nintendo Direct for upcoming releases and Samus Returns not being out yet, it wasn't in the Direct.
Oh.
Like a single time, it was never even mentioned as coming out this Friday, even though the Direct was Wednesday and the game came out Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, it seems really weird to me.
Yeah,
but
it's
whatever. The Direct, I didn't even write down any notes because I don't really need to, because I remember what was cool about it.
Okay.
Doom and Wolfenstein are coming to Switch.
Yeah, I remember you going...
super cool!
You were hype about that.
I'm not going to get Wolfenstein on Switch. I'm going to get Wolfenstein on, like, PC or PS4.
Killing them Nazis and monsters on the pooper.
Well, that's pretty much what it's going to be for Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, they showed a bunch of Skyrim to show that it is, in fact, a special edition which is pretty cool. Skyrim's a good game. We'll be talking about it a little later on the show by coincidence. As well as the other Elder Scrolls games. But I think it's cool that Bethesda's actually supporting the Switch, because they've never supported Nintendo. Plus, the Switch is getting some other cool stuff. L.A. Noire is coming out.
Well, wasn't this the Nintendo always like a really closed thing? They didn't really like third party.
No, it was the other way around. Third party companies didn't like how difficult Nintendo was to deal with. It wasn't that Nintendo was opposed to third parties; it was that they didn't know how to deal with them for some reason.
That's what it was.
Well, back in the day, Nintendo monopolized third parties with dumb contracts, but no one tolerates that anymore. The Switch is the first time they're actually succeeding with them since like the Wii,
which is good.
Yeah, the Switch is a really cool console, so I'm glad it's doing well.
Still outselling the PS4?
Yeah.
Good.
To my knowledge, at least. When you say
cool.
I was going to say, not really good, more cool. Yeah.
Just cool, yeah.
Yeah, like, I put them on equal terms with each other.
It's like the third week in a row, right?
Yeah.
Almost a month.
It's been months.
Oh.
It's been since, like, July.
Okay, never mind.
July and August are the other ones.
We only brought it up those 3 weeks ago or so.
Yeah. Well, we did actually find out that it outsold in August as well.
Oh,
which is a huge deal. Also in the Nintendo Direct, there's going to be a Mario Odyssey bundle for the Switch when Mario Odyssey comes out on October 27th.
Ooh.
Our friend's getting that.
Yep.
I'm excited for Mario Odyssey. I think we've stated that enough on here. And I'm sure whenever the game's out, I'll talk about it at pretty great length.
Yeah.
But
looks good too.
I'm super excited for that game, and the stuff we saw was pretty cool. You can play as a manhole cover.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my main takeaway. Also, Mario was Nipples.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That became a meme almost instantly.
You were really excited about that.
I sent that picture to the group chat, like our friend group chat, and I knew it was going to be a meme, and I was right, was I not? Everyone's referencing it. Everyone's posting pictures. Everyone's doing it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anatomically correct.
It's just weird.
Why, you never saw Mario Nipples before?
No.
You never looked at fan art?
Well, that's different. And I'm sure Bob Hoskins had nipples.
I'm pretty sure.
And Lou Albano.
Pretty positive.
I could have watched Lou Albano's wrestling videos. He probably had nipples.
Remember that Super Mario World thing I showed you that was cool?
Yeah, the fan animation thing.
Yeah, look that up if you're hearing us.
It's not really relevant, but you should look it up.
It's
the first episode of the Super Mario World. Or not the first episode, but the
Mama Luigi
Mama
one,
Luigi
the most
episode.
popular one.
Yeah, the first episode has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It's the Mama Luigi episode, but all done by different animators as like a collab. It's really cool. But
just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
There was a bunch of Pokemon in the Direct, but who cares about Pokemon?
Hey, at least mention something you heard.
I wasn't paying attention.
Really?
To the Pokemon
Didn't you say something Switch game? Pokemon?
Well, no, they didn't mention that.
Oh.
We don't know about the Pokemon Switch other than that it's the next major Pokemon game in development.
Okay.
But we don't know anything about it at all, other than that it exists and it's in development.
Pokemon Battle Revolution 2. Now with 8,000 Pokemon.
There's a new character for ARMS, but no one cares. There's some new Splatoon
Who
stuff.
is it?
The ARMS one?
Yeah.
She's a clown.
Of course it is.
And she can bamboozle you with her boobalicious. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ian, how dare you?
What? I was just babbling.
Oh, yeah. You are babooning.
I'm a baboon. You're a bumbling baboon.
Yeah.
The Direct was really good, though. Better than it had any reason to be. We saw more of the new Wii Switch Kirby game, which looks phenomenal. That was depressing. In general, it was a really good Direct, but for me, the most exciting thing was Bethesda supporting the Switch, just because I didn't expect it. And I'm, as much as they're flawed and dumb, Bethesda is one of my favorite companies anyway.
Flawed? What's wrong with Tom Howard?
Todd Howard, not Tom.
I'm going to call him Tom forever.
That's not his name.
I'm going to call him Tom and Jerry Howard.
Okay. That's probably what it's like to be him.
Yeah, I don't know.
What a fascinating guy. I'm sure we'll probably talk about him more in the next segment.
Yep, but the Elder Scrolls 2.
We're going to talk about that game.
Yep.
We're going to talk about all the games. This is the next segment.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, but you'll see what I mean. I'll mention all of them, because that's a series, unlike Fallout, where off the top of my head, I can say with confidence all of them. Including the spin-offs. But in any case, the Direct was really cool. I was pleased with it. Mostly the third-party support thing, because having a port of Doom is going to be exciting. Skyrim with extra costumes is whatever, because I have 3 copies of that game already, and I don't need a 4th, but I'll probably get a 4th.
4th party?
What? But I just want Lydia to follow me in the bathroom.
I can't wait for Mario Party Switch.
Actually, that's something that I'm excited, disappointed both at the same time.
What?
The new Mario Party.
Why? What about it? What happened?
It's
What
for
they
the
do to it?
3DS.
What?
But it's amazing looking. It's called like Mario Party Top 100 or something.
I mean,
and
it's good.
It's all mini games. It's all the good mini games from all the games.
And there's still the board. And
they brought back the board.
Please tell me you don't ride around in a cart.
No, they got rid of all that. They made it normal.
Oh,
but they put it on 3DS instead of Switch, so we don't have to have individual copies and 3DSs instead of just
we
controllers.
do or don't?
That means it's completely worthless to us.
Oh.
If it was on Switch, it would mean we all grab controllers and play it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it's on 3DS.
Are they gonna port it? Do you think or something?
I hope so.
Because
Because that sounds awesome.
It's a party game.
Yeah, I know.
That's the point.
It's sad that it's not, but I'm still interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I thought it was a pretty good direct.
Okay.
Ready for the next segment?
Oh yeah, let's go on to the
games of the week. Wow,
that was a good time.
That made me very sad. Game of the week. Let's go.
Game of the week.
Game of the week or games of the week. This week are the Elder Scrolls games. Just all of them. We're not going to go into super deep depth about any of them, but we will talk in general about them because I don't think Tim's played most of them.
I've played a tiny pinch of Morrowind. I played a tiny pinch of Oblivion.
And then a ton of Skyrim.
I played a ton of Skyrim.
And a healthy amount of online.
And enough online.
Yeah.
None of the card game.
Well, we'll get to them. I'll mention it. I've never played that either, but I'll mention it. I'm going to start from the beginning. We're going to talk about all the games a little bit because I don't know if you're even aware of all of them.
I know most of them from watching game stuff.
First one is the Elder Scrolls Arena.
Yeah, that one.
It's not good.
I bet.
It's impressive for the time in from a technical sense, but it's really hard. And I got out of the dungeon and I'm like, what do I do now? And I looked up a walkthrough and I couldn't figure it out. And I killed a guy and then they killed me and I had a stick.
Is this the one that's like the size of Europe?
Yeah, it's the biggest Elder Scrolls game by far. It's huge. Not the size of Europe. But like the size of the UK.
Something like that.
It's huge. It's ridiculously big.
It's huge.
You need to fast travel pretty much. And fast traveling in the game's annoying, man.
Why is that?
Because you fast travel and then it takes into account things like the damage you might take on the road and
So
the
it's
weather.
hyper realistic.
Yeah, but it means you can arrive and be dead.
Oh.
Which also happens in the other games, granted, but when it happens in, say, Oblivion because you're a vampire, or in Skyrim because you're a vampire, you will die from the sun if you fast travel.
Huh.
But that's the only condition where fast travel will kill you. Or if you have a poison on you that's long-lasting, and you fast travel instead of trying to cure it first, it'll kill you because of the time it technically takes in-universe to get there. Because it's not a teleport in canon.
Skyrim didn't do that, did they?
Yeah, it did.
They did? If you had...
There were just so few poisons that lasted that long in Skyrim.
Okay.
Unlike Oblivion, where status effects were a little more
I don't remember that
relevant.
ever happening to me ever, so I can't.
If you were ever a vampire, it probably would have been.
I was a vampire for a couple playthroughs, I think.
Then you probably were actually keeping up with drinking the blood.
Probably.
We'll talk about vampirism later.
Okay.
But
I just know the more you
arenas,
drink, the powerfuler you get or something.
I'd say arena's worth the money for one reason.
Okay.
It's free.
Actually, no, the less you drink, the powerfuler you get. Never mind. It's opposite.
Yeah.
If you're starved, you're like, I'm powerful if you drink. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah, but you get attacked on sight if you're stage 4.
That's true.
Arena's worth the money because it's free.
Uh-huh.
You download it from Bethesda's website.
And you do your best with it.
And it's alright. And you'll have some fun. But if you want an old school Elder Scrolls game, get the second one. Get Daggerfall. That's the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Now, this game is very big as well. It takes place throughout all of Hammerfell and High Rock. That part. It's a big game. It's like half the size of England. There's no reason to be that big, but it's an impressive one. It controls better, but not great. The controls in those games are weird.
So it's to scale this map.
Yeah, it's to scale. It's actually relatively accurate. Which is cool, except it means you need to fast travel.
Yeah, why did Skyrim do that?
Because Skyrim's bad.
Oh,
And the only good Elder Scrolls games are Arena and Daggerfall.
Oh.
And Redguard. Just kidding, that game's bad, but we'll
Is
get
that
to
next?
it.
Or...
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's a little bit off.
I know the game, but don't know the order.
But anyway, Daggerfall's really cool because it tries really hard to be an in-depth experience. I put maybe 5 hours into it. It's because it wasn't really my thing, but I did play a decent amount. Well, not really. I only put in 5 hours. I pretty much took a loan out from the bank, and then I killed someone.
Oh, yeah, you told me about buying boats and stuff.
I bought a boat by taking out a loan. And it's like, this
the
is
Elder Scrolls.
This is what I want in my games. It's a really cool game. It is. It's definitely better than the first one. It's a huge improvement.
Mm-hmm.
It's got much better graphics because it actually uses 3D models instead of just wrapping sprites around. It's cool. It is a neat game, and it's one that I think, again, it's free, so it's totally worth trying out. Some people swear by it as the best Elder Scrolls game. I don't like the DOS era games that much.
I don't know,
but I do think it's interesting. And again, since it's free, there's no reason not to try it if you're a fan of the series.
That's true.
We're almost getting to the games where Tim can give his opinion. But before we get to Elder Scrolls 3, there's 2 more games you got to talk about.
Oh, darn.
I haven't played either of them, so it's going to be brief.
Yay.
The Elder Scrolls Elder Scrolls Adventure Battlespire was originally going to be DLC for Daggerfall, but then it was too big, so they made it its own game.
I don't remember you telling me about that one.
So what it is it's basically just the combat of Arena and Daggerfall. And the combat was really dumb. Because when you think Elder Scrolls combat, you think you click, you point in the direction and you hit the mouse button and it attacks. But in Arena, Daggerfall, and Battlespire, it's like you move the cursor to where you want. Then you hold in the right mouse button and then you swing it around like you're actually swinging a sword.
Huh.
It's bad.
Does it actually move with your mouse?
No, barely. You just wiggle it at random like a Wii remote.
Oh, like Skyward Sword.
It's really... Well, no, Skyward Sword actually did follow.
Oh, okay, never mind. Like that one
Twilight
Zelda
Princess.
game. Yeah.
No, except this doesn't work. Because it's all based on dice rolls if you're going to land a hit on an enemy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really hard. And I think there's some influence. Like, if you just swipe to the right, it'll go right. But, like, it's very imprecise. And it's dumb. And it sucks. And no one likes it.
That's good.
But they made a whole game about that combat engine. And it's really hard and it's really dumb, apparently. I don't know. I've never played it. It looks bad. Next game was Redguard. You played as a Redguard named Cyrus. He's like, oh, I'm a sailor.
Good game.
It was just a worse version of Tomb Raider.
Okay.
But it was referenced in a couple of later games. Because all the Elder Scrolls games are canon, even like Battlespire.
Wow.
Also, in Elder Scrolls 1, Uriel Septim is in it. You're saving him. In Elder Scrolls 2, Uriel Septim is in it. He's bald and he yells at you.
Oh, okay.
Nice. He's mentioned in Battlespire and he's mentioned in Redguard. He's also the catalyst for the plot of the next game, Morrowind, the first of the, what I would call, good Elder Scrolls games. The modern Elder Scrolls games. The Elder Scrolls that I like. Morrowind is pretty interesting.
Okay. Go on. I played the first couple minutes of it.
It is, in some ways, the best, and in other ways, the worst, and that's why I don't rank it as my favorite Elder Scrolls game. Visually, I like the looks. It's got such a nice art style. The fact that the world itself is so beautifully crafted is something I like. And that's something that applies to the rest of the series as well.
Yeah, and it has the big tentacle things.
I'll get to that.
The necks or whatever, right? Is that what they're called?
Stilt Striders.
Yeah, the necks.
No, Stilt Striders.
Okay.
Those are different, what you're thinking of. They just look the same.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the things in Skyrim.
Yeah, I thought they were the same.
They look the same, but they're different.
Okay.
Stilt Striders are actually fast travel, because there's no fast travel system at all in Morrowind.
What?
You can fast travel, but you have to visit them. You have to pay for it. Which applies to the earlier games too, but it's more annoying in Morrowind.
I guess it makes more sense that way.
Well, you have to pay for it, and you can't just select from the map.
Oh.
You have to go up to a either Mages Guild person, have them teleport you to various Mages Guild locations for like 12 gold each, or go to a Stilt Strider person, and they will let you travel to the different cities. If you find a little town, yeah, you're going to have to travel to the big city near it and walk there. Also, there's no map markers at all. None.
So even better.
So you gotta do it for realsies. Genuine exploration.
Wow.
Even when you're questing, you gotta follow directions in your journal. They leave directions and you gotta follow them.
So...
It says to go straight, then turn right until you see a sign, and at the sign, take a left on the road and hang left until you see another intersection where you go right. Yeah, you gotta do that, and if you mess up, you'll probably die because you'll end up in an area with a really high level because it doesn't have scaling difficulty like the other games do.
Wow.
Which is mostly fine. Some people really prefer Morrowind for that. I am the exact opposite. I do not like that very much. I don't hate it. Like, I can play Morrowind. It's just... It's frustrating. I'd rather play the video game and actually play it, not spend the whole time reading.
At least it developed the most iconic theme.
The Morrowind theme's great. Morrowind soundtrack only has, like, a couple songs, but they're all really good.
the basis for all future themes so far, right? Kind of.
No, not Oblivion's.
Okay, not Oblivion.
Just
yeah.
Morrowind and Online. Or Skyrim and Online.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 out of 3. So
Yeah. Well, I don't really consider Online a major part of the series. It's another spin-off, but
Yeah.
I'll get to it. We will talk about it. We're almost moving in on the territory where Tim will actually have stuff to say.
yeah,
But one last thing is that the combat's dumb
I saw the combat. Makes me go.
because it's Miss Simulator. Until you like I'm playing through Morrowind and Oblivion right now, like side to side. Mostly Oblivion, but I'm dabbling with Morrowind, and I'll probably start a Skyrim character just because when I go Elder Scrolls, I go all in.
Yeah, he goes all in. Mm-hmm.
I play all the games at once, and it's really overwhelming.
And you have the best characters.
Oh, beautiful. We'll put a picture of my current one up on screen.
I'll
Oblivion
try to
when we get
remember.
to Oblivion. I'll leave you a note.
For yourself, put that blue beauty right here.
Oh, my current one's perfect. I love Frimple. But anyway, the character customization wasn't that great in Morrowind, actually. But the actual game is amazing. The storyline is probably the best of the modern Elder Scrolls games. The quests are really well thought out and clever. The dialogue system is probably too much for its own good, but it is better than in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game. I just wish that missing didn't suck. My current character can only use short swords and daggers for some reason. Because he's under the thief, his short blade thing. So I can use short swords and I can hit every time now.
Swords.
But if I'm using a long sword, I can't hit at all. Never. I died to cave rats 3 times in a quest.
Cave rats.
Yeah, those things that take like 2 hits to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to hit and kill them in 2 hits when you can actually hit them. In any case, Morrowind's still good. But I don't think it makes a good first impression nowadays. Like, it's aged.
Mm-hmm.
Another game that's aged like a fine wine is Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oblivion.
Here we go.
Oh, my God. I love this game.
Okey
Everything
dokey.
about it I love because it's got so many great qualities.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. It's my first Elder Scrolls game. It's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. But I don't love it the most because I'm nostalgic. I love it the most because it has the perfect blend of great game design and just complete nonsense that is terrible. But it's so bad, it's like watching a terrible movie, and you're just like, yeah! Like, oh my goodness. So it's all about that physics engine
Oh, yeah.
and
it
the
is.
dialogue system.
Mm-mm.
All 12 voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them only voice 1 character each, so really there's like 10 voice actors for the entire game.
Wow.
I don't know if that's literally the number, but I think it's like 12. I think it's something that small.
I remember you telling me that.
It's
That's
such a small amount of voice actors.
beautiful.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
All the elves have 1 voice. All the like half the humans. There's like 3 human
It's
voices.
a lot of dialogue for those few people to
I know. I can't even imagine how
crazy.
long they were in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And the best guards in any of the Elder Scrolls games.
Mm-hmm.
Because stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. That'll stick in everyone's head forever.
Yeah, it's not like the stop right there, criminal scum.
That's also from Oblivion.
It's not like the
Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
That's right. That's right. What's the Skyrim one? I don't even remember.
By the order of the Jarl.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dumb. Skyrim's
Stop, or
got
we're gonna
dumb
have
guards.
to like stop you or something.
okay. That's pretty much. And then there's Oblivion where they're always screaming. But if you have a high enough disposition, if you talk them up and you commit a non-violent crime, they'll let you go.
Well, if you're a Jarl, you can get away with anything. So
You mean a Thane. And you can
both.
only do non-violent crimes and only once.
Fine, but anything.
No, non-violent. If you attack someone, you still get in trouble.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
The intricacies of the crime systems in those games are actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But Oblivion is my favorite because everything it does right, it does the best in the series. And everything it does wrong, it does so beautifully wrong that it's like a just comedy masterpiece. Like, for example, you know how in Skyrim you can pick up objects and place them around and it's pretty much pointless, but it's funny?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that started with Oblivion, except in Oblivion, whenever you threw something like an apple or a fork at the floor, it made this hard thump, thump, thump noise every time it impacted into the surface. It's like, whoa!
Wow. I've seen he's shown me all the videos. I've watched the videos.
You've seen Oblivion's faults and understand why it's such a funny game. I'm not sure how much of the actual underlying masterpiece you've seen, because it is a great
Probably
Elder
not
Scrolls
enough.
game. It has all the same qualities I loved about Morrowind and all the same qualities I will say that I love about Skyrim.
I remember it's one of the first game trailers I ever saw.
It's a really good trailer.
Yeah, when I got my Xbox 360, I watched all the little preview.
Oh, was that one of the ones built onto it?
Yep. And I was like, wow, this game looks pretty creepy. I actually was, because I was young when I got the Xbox 360, but I saw those creepy zombies and stuff. I was like, wow, this looks like a pretty good game.
It actually is a genuinely creepy game at times. Like the death of Lucien Lachance, and that's an unsettling scene.
Wow.
Where you just see his corpse hanging from the ceiling.
See, somehow he's talking about stuff I don't know about.
You need to play Oblivion at some point.
I will at one point. I have it, so I'll
you have it on 360, but if you play it on PC, you can mess with console commands.
You see, Ian here is all about them console commands.
They're so funny!
I
can make the guards big! And then whenever they run... Or, my favorite thing to do, because the main plot of Oblivion is the Emperor was assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I do? I spawned 10, Emperor. I saved the day.
I still at the part where you put Mayru's Dagon in the shop.
I did that, yeah. Mayron's Dagon, the shopkeeper was rude, so I sent in Mayron's Dagon, and then he left the shop and killed everyone in the town.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Including me, I died.
It was a good time.
Or the first time I played it, and I didn't know Mayron's Dagon wasn't supposed to be killable, but I killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And I got patched later, but I killed him with a thing.
Wabbajack?
Yeah, it was a Wabbajack.
Turned him into the...
I didn't turn him into a sweet roll. I realized later that it just...
Oh.
Whenever you use it on a boss character, what's categorized in the game as a dungeon boss, it always shoots its kill command to try and kill in one hit.
Oh.
But it doesn't actually... But it does it with a low success rate. Okay. So it'll do a ton of damage, though. It becomes one of the most powerful staffs in the game.
Huh. Didn't know that.
It's really cool how they handle the Wabbajack.
Is that just in Oblivion, then?
Yes.
Okay.
Or no, it's in Skyrim, too, but it doesn't do kill. It just damages, then.
Okay.
It does high-level destruction.
Huh.
And that's an object that weapon scales with the player.
I'll look into that.
But it's so much fun.
Actually replay it.
I melted Mayron's Dagon. He died. I killed him.
Yeah.
I killed a Daedra god by just looking at him with a staff.
Well, that's okay.
He's still dead.
This might be Daedra is evil. You're allowed.
It's such a funny game. You can steal things. Because you know how in Skyrim, if you steal things, they get mad?
Yeah.
But if you just pick up an object and look at it, they don't really care?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it was in Oblivion. In Oblivion, you picked up a carrot and they all killed you. You didn't have to take the carrot, you just lift it.
Wow.
They start screaming.
Oh, no. This is like killing the chickens in Skyrim.
If you think that the combat in Skyrim is stiff, you haven't played Oblivion enough.
Oh,
because everyone takes a billion hits.
I've seen that combat.
It's comedy gold.
It is something.
Combat-y gold.
Like when you swing your sword, it doesn't feel like you're actually hitting them.
It doesn't at all. It just makes a dumb sound that doesn't even apply correctly.
Just a really gentle. Whoop.
No, it makes the sound of a sword hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Even though you're hitting bare flesh. It's amazing. I love that game so much. Or it's all dumb thing. It sounds like I'm praising the game because it's bad. It's not. It's incredibly good, just like Morrowind and Skyrim. Except where those games have flaws that bother me. This game's flaws are just goofy and dumb. I killed a guy.
Mm-hmm.
To get into the Dark Brotherhood, I just murdered a dude, and a guard chased me to come and arrest me for it. But instead, he ended up chasing a deer.
Oh.
And he killed the deer, put away his thing, looked at me and said, "Help!" and then walked away. This is yesterday.
When the guard
came to arrest me, found a deer, killed the deer, looked at me and said, "Help! Help! There's a psychopath on the loose," and walked away calmly.
What?
Then whenever I actually followed him and talked to him, I got arrested. But
wow.
It's bad.
Wow.
I also have 34 million gold in my account in the game.
And he did that through a glitch.
Through an exploit. I didn't console command it. I just there's a glitch. There's a guy. I think they patched it on consoles. I don't know if they were patched it on PC.
I don't know.
The version I have is the most recent version of the game that you can get. So unless they're selling the most recent version that was released after Skyrim, and they're selling it without patches for some reason.
Wow.
Because usually the software is always the most recent version.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. Keep them glitches in.
Well, some of them they don't have. I know you can't do the duplication glitch anymore. That was where if you had multiple... Well, you can do the version with scrolls, but now you can't do the version with arrows, where basically however many arrows you had in your inventory, now it's however many scrolls you have in your inventory. You could duplicate any object. So say you were like, "Oh, I want more of this unique weapon." And then you could have hundreds of them. In fact, you could... One time I have a save file on 360 that you can't load. It'll actually hard lock the console and put it in a red ring.
Wow.
or not a red ring, but like one of the red things on the system where it'll start flashing because I spawned so many cabbage that the game couldn't handle it and the console couldn't handle it, and I overheats it immediately because it tries to render like 10,000 cabbages. It's really good. Even my PC starts to lag whenever I think I made 200 of the Emperor around me because I was in the arena and I was like, Emperor protects me, so I made like 100 of them and the game went from like 60 FPS. And my PC can run Oblivion. Oblivion's an old game. My PC can run it at like probably like 1,000 FPS if it was being uncapped. But you can check by Oblivion, when you run it in windowed mode, it doesn't put it at a cap, so the game speeds up. The game speeds up with the frame rate. It should cap out at 60, and that would be real time. But anything past 60, it speeds it up to go with it.
So you were just running around super fast.
Yeah, so the game was running at like 500 frames a second. So everything's like speedy. It's like, whoa!
Wow.
And I didn't even realize it until I full screened it again. I was like, that's why it didn't feel right on PC.
Well, now that we've shared the beauty of Oblivion,
we'll talk about my first midnight launch for a game.
Yeah.
Scrim.
And then my first Elder Scrolls game.
The worst one ever.
Hey.
Wait, no, I forgot to talk about the other ones.
What other ones?
In between Morrowind and Oblivion.
What?
There were the ones on mobile phones.
No.
The Elder Scrolls Travel.
Oh.
I don't remember all their names, but they were little Elder Scrolls Travels phone games. They sucked.
Okay.
And then there was an Oblivion phone game, and it sucked.
Okay.
I was supposed to get a PSP version, but it got canceled.
Okay.
That's all of them.
Okay, back to Skyrim now.
Skyrim, a.k.a.
The big one.
The Elder Scrolls.
The Dragon.
The only one. Pretty much the
Souls.
only one that anyone seems to care about now.
Yeah.
Especially Bethesda.
So
basically, it's a game.
It also took modding to a whole new level.
Yeah. Well, Oblivion did the same. Oblivion did the modding thing first.
That's true.
Actually, Morrowind started the modern modding scene.
But then
Morrowind
Skyrim really take off with it?
Morrowind was the game that had Nexus come out.
Okay.
Nexus was around for Morrowind and Oblivion.
Yeah, I know that.
Because Morrowind was the first Bethesda game to come with a construction set. Which all the games after came with until Fallout 4.
Okie doke.
You can still get it for Fallout 4, but it wasn't included by default. So Skyrim was a game that I was very excited for. I remember the day I first saw the first trailer. I was in my house watching videos on demand, and on G4 on demand, there's just a video is the Elder Scrolls 5 trailer, and I was like, what? And it had just gone up like 20 minutes earlier, and I watched it, and I was like, whoa! And then I called everyone else in, and like nobody cared, and I called a bunch of friends, and nobody cared. Because no one believed me.
My first experience or introduction to the Skyrim was when you were watching the Toby Tobuscus do one of his song parodies.
He died.
No, he just got different.
No, he's dead.
And anyway, he
I hope he's not.
He did a song thing with that, and I watched it and I looked up the original and I saw the parodies and I was like, wow, this Skyrim game looks pretty cool. And then a friend lent it to me, and then I played it a really long time, and I actually really enjoyed it, and I learned all about the other cool stuff, and then I did the Agama Infinitium glitch and ruined my game and cried. Yeah. So, yeah, it was all good.
For the record, we both started with these games on Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't touched the 360 versions in years.
Same.
But, like, there's still a certain fondness for more for Oblivion. Skyrim's just the same on PC, but with better frame rate and control.
And mods.
Oblivion, like, had this janky, weird frame rate where it would go from, like, 60 to, like, 20. Skyrim was constant. It ran at 30 with occasional lowering, but it was a lot more consistent.
Yeah, it had dragons.
Yeah.
And the dragons
I was really excited about the dragons.
Backwards.
I was really excited about that game at launch. Leading up to launch, I was super incredibly hyped, and I didn't like it that much. Now, it grew on me very quickly, but I got it at midnight. I played it at midnight. I turned it off by like 1 in the morning. I got home at like 1 in the morning, and I was done playing by like 2. I just wasn't into it. I did get into it shortly after, once I got to exploring it a little bit. But my initial impressions were, Oblivion was better. Now look, Oblivion's not the better game. Skyrim is probably the better. Well, they're equal with each other, but in different ways.
I like the Skyrim.
Oblivion had better quest design and I think more vibrant world.
Skyrim had flying mammoths.
Skyrim was glitchier somehow than Oblivion, which is really impressive.
The only
Skyrim had more game-breaking glitches.
Yeah.
Oblivion's the glitchiest thing ever, but it's never broke anything.
If you what is like,
I'm not saying. I just want to get out of the way. I'm not just defending Oblivion over Skyrim as a better game because I think they're about equal with each other.
Okay.
I prefer Oblivion, but I think they're totally equal.
I'm just saying the biggest glitch I remember in Skyrim is like the ones where you just crouch in a certain area and you can loot the merchant chest that holds all the items you buy.
Yeah,
it's like
sell them back to them.
Yep. Or you just keep them, build up your smithing and stuff.
That's true.
All that. So. Enchant your weapons.
Skyrim was really cool for a lot of reasons and really dumb for a lot of reasons. Although a lot of the reasons got fixed with patches.
Yeah, and mods. Don't forget those.
Well,
Sky UI, your favorite thing.
I love Sky UI because I hate the interface in Skyrim. It's
made
garbage.
for console.
It was great when I played it on consoles. I was amazed by the interface when I first played it on 360 and how fluid and quick it was with a couple flicks of the analog stick.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much on PC.
Yeah.
Sky UI is a savior. We'll get to Special Edition and why that's annoying later.
Yeah, that's a side note.
Yeah, it's a side note on the.
Okay, so after
Skyrim is the most popular Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Let it be known that game sold the most copies.
And it's my fave.
It's pretty good. It's a great game.
And it looks better than a special edition with mods.
Well, yeah, but just vanilla. Even Skyrim's it's a game worth playing.
Yeah.
Is it being over milked and released too many times? And is Bethesda pathetic for how much attention they're still giving it? Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But is it a game that deserves the praise and love? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People, it's really popular to hate on Skyrim.
Is it?
Yeah, it's currently huge. You hate on Skyrim and talk about how Morrowind and Oblivion were better in every way. No. They were better in some ways. They had better leveling systems.
That's good.
They had better enchantment systems. The magic system in Oblivion was better than in either of the other games.
Okay.
There were things that the games did better than each other. But overall, all the games are very similar.
That's true.
I think Skyrim butchered the dialogue system because it got rid of disposition.
Okay.
There are some things. Factions mean even less in Skyrim than they did in Morrowind and Oblivion. They didn't mean anything in Oblivion either, but they did in Morrowind. There are things that the games all did differently from each other that you can debate. I think all the games are on equal ground in different ways. None of the Elder Scrolls games are perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
They're all flawed beyond belief, and honestly, if it weren't for a little bit of nostalgia for the franchise and a whole lot of being impressed with the scope, they'd be bad games. They're great, but they border on being awful. It's a weird mix. They're too glitchy and dumb.
Yeah.
But they're fun, so who cares?
And then the next one came out.
Well, first we got to talk about Special Edition.
Oh, that came out first?
No, but we're going to talk about it with
fine.
Skyrim.
Let's make it
It's
fast.
Skyrim, but it's got better graphics. On consoles,
Slightly.
it's cool.
It adds fog.
On PC, it would be fine, except none of the mods are compatible, and you also can't use Sky UI.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Okay, that's over with. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, also, one side note. My characters in Skyrim were never as goofy as my characters in Oblivion.
That's true.
Because Oblivion had those cartoonish art
Unless
style.
you get the one race menu mod, you don't actually have control over much.
Oblivion had the most cartoony art, like fantasy-ish art style.
Yeah.
Which people criticize as being most generic.
It's a mixture.
I think it looks nice, but I think artistically there's a lot more to be impressed about in Morrowind and Skyrim, which I think are on equal terms with each other artistically. Obviously, graphically, it's all about Skyrim, but Oblivion's the most colorful.
That's
and if you count Shivering Isles and stuff, then it's equal. But by default, it's the least interesting to look at. It's just grassy fields and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with.
Speaking of grass and fields.
Oh, the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. Neither one of us play MMOs. It was.
I kind of always wanted to get into an MMO, but this was not the MMO
I will say that if there's still an MMO I'd get into, it is this one.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's got Elder Scrolls mechanics.
That's true.
And I'm familiar enough with it, and I like the world. I like the characters. I don't like how's Maik the Liar still alive? He's alive in it, and it's 1,000 years before Morrowind.
I don't know why invasions are 3 people.
I don't know. Well, that was a problem in Oblivion with the Civil War.
Okay, whatever.
I had a problem with the Civil War battles in Skyrim.
Well, the Civil War...
Anytime they ever try to stage a large-scale battle, it never works.
Yeah, you're right.
It's never been good. They always try. Oh, I forgot to mention the time Parthenax sent thugs after me in Skyrim.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing we were talking about. So
Parthenax, the Mario dragon, he, I stole from the Greybeards and I was messing with some stuff. I was stealing from High Hrothgar. And then some thugs tried to kill me, and I killed them in Riverwood, and he looked at the note, and it was like, oh, kill him, Parthenex. And I was like, Parthenex, what? And I went up to him, but it doesn't matter. You can't interact with him about it.
Yeah, but he'll teach you to make your thing stronger.
He's just like, it's me, Mario.
Oh.
Because Mario voiced him.
Yeah,
Charles
I know
Martinet.
that. A little trivia for you folks.
I love Parthenex. He's my favorite character. Alduin is my best friend, though.
So we got that. We got Elder Scrolls Online is okay.
Elder Scrolls Online's pretty good. We don't play MMOs.
But it's there.
I like elements of Elder Scrolls Online. We had fun with it.
He did.
We're probably going to play it again today, actually.
Eventually, yeah.
Maybe. Depending on what I have to do after the show.
Same.
But,
well,
it tries really hard to be Skyrim.
That's true.
Its UI and stuff is lifted straight from Skyrim, which is fine. Because Skyrim's
It's not 100%.
like the menus and stuff are way better.
Yeah.
The menus are structured like Sky UI or Oblivion's.
Mm-hmm.
But like the actual HUD is the same. With
Yeah.
the magic meter being the magicka meter, the health bar, the compass, that's all identical to Skyrim, which is fine. It was a good system there, and it works fine in online. Maybe it's because we don't have much experience with MMOs, but we together have put in playing like side by side maybe 7 hours to it.
Something like that.
So not a ton.
Mm-hmm.
By MMO standards, nothing.
Yeah.
And even for just general gaming standards, it's enough to form an opinion.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I guess it's because we joined the game late and we have all these people around us, and then there's us just starting out. And
Apparently, the Morrowind expansion is like the best thing since Morrowind, according to Morrowind fans.
But it's also money.
It costs more than the base game,
which is funny.
If it's ever on sale for like 10 during a sale, we'll get it for sure. But otherwise, like, I don't care enough.
Yeah.
I like the Elder Scrolls Online. I want to play it again, but I would play the other games before it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Game of the Week. Games of the
You
week.
forgot the card game.
Oh, Elder Scrolls Legends. It's a card app game.
Okay, that's it. Anyway, go on.
Hype train. Let's go.
Yeah.
All aboard the hype train.
This week on Hype Train, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Why? Because, yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah.
It's good.
I played the first one time.
You played the third one.
Oh. I played the Hulk.
Yeah, you
And
played Marvel vs.
that's
Capcom
it.
3.
Button mashing, I
These games
won.
are really fun. They're very casual-esque fighting games on the surface. They have a lot of depth. I'm not going to get it at launch, but
neither,
it has a
but-
lot of Mega Man stuff, so I felt like it was worth mentioning on the show.
Yeah, because he likes Mega Man.
Let's talk real briefly about it, because we're running out of time already.
Yeah.
Because, I said Elder Scrolls would keep us.
Yeah.
What do you think of Marvel vs. Capcom?
I think it's cool because you have the Marvel people.
That's not what I mean. I mean the gameplay.
I think Marvel vs. Capcom's gameplay is like every fighting game except your favorite characters.
I thought you liked it.
I did like it, kind of.
You can get
It's
away
a
with
fighting game.
You can
like
get away
that.
with button mashing a lot more in Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Yeah, and I'm not
combo
the
system.
I'm not the type to do them crazy combo things.
No,
so.
you're a button masher through
Yeah.
and through. I am too usually, and I like Marvel vs. Capcom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've played all of them. Not extensively. I've never really been extensively into a fighter,
Yeah.
but I have played all of them, and I've always enjoyed myself with them. I like Street Fighter a lot, so like I'm a huge. I'm about as big a Street Fighter fan as you can be, while still not being like a tournament Street Fighter player.
Yeah, I'm just not into
I'm a
the
hardcore casual Street Fighter fan. There we
2D
go.
fighting games in
No, Tim
general.
hates fighting games. The
Yeah.
only game he likes is Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven.
Yep. That's a game for another podcast.
Do a video on that one.
Yeah. Let's play.
I'm excited for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'll probably get it eventually. Not at
I'll
launch.
probably play it eventually.
Very likely.
So there's that.
That's all we have to say about that.
Yeah, okay.
Also, the graphics are horrible. Next game.
Oh, really?
Next thing. Oh, they're
Oh.
really bad.
Oh, okay.
Next thing.
Oh, yeah,
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. Here we go.
Oh.
This week on Whatever. Bless you.
Thank you.
Tim watched a video that I had seen forever ago, and I guess it just intrigued him. Tetris World Championship, Tetris Classic Championship specifically, which is of the NES, official NES version, the worst version.
My favorite.
Shut up. We're just talking about Tetris and other block drop puzzle games because Tetris is pretty good. I was really annoying Tim today with Tetris.
No, he just got me angry. That's all.
I guess he didn't know that you can be good at Tetris. So he has. We're playing the Android version, which is actually like the mobile version, the current free mobile version, is actually a really good version of Tetris to play.
It's not shabby.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. I like it.
So we were
Just
playing
that
it.
he's played a lot more.
I haven't recently. It's been
Not
like
recently,
months.
but you have played more total cumulative.
Yeah,
Like
and
when
I'm
I
really
play-
good with the touch controls. Like
Is
I
it-
couldn't be doing that on like Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Oh, I was
Which we'll
gonna
talk
say
about
because
a
in
little
Puyo Puyo Tetris, he creamed me at the Tetris part. I creamed at the Puyo Puyo part.
I
so-
also wasn't actually comboing in Puyo Puyo.
yeah,
I could do better. Why?
So-
There's a whole boss in Sonic Mania that's just Puyo Puyo.
yeah. So there's that.
But
Yeah, I saw my first tournament, and I was like,
Tetris tournaments are fun. A lot of cleaning.
I just
Playing
sat,
real aggressive.
I sat here just in my couch, just relaxing with my mouth just gaping open, not in amazement, just watching,
numb.
just numb.
Yeah,
watching. I was like,
that's how I am when I
what
watch
is
Tetris.
this? Why
It's,
can't I
it's like
hit?
2 hours and you watch the whole thing and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why I didn't stop, but I didn't.
It's pretty fun.
And
honestly.
it was quite the duel.
I can actually outplay them.
I bet you could.
I couldn't.
I bet you could if you tried hard. Tried hard.
Now, classic. There's a reason it says Tetris Classic. The way it plays is different. Pieces are locked into place the second they hit the ground. You can't do super rotations. There's no holding, things like that. The mobile version is, of course, with super rotation and holding. Super rotation being if you keep spinning the piece with the right rhythm, it'll keep turning. That rhythm changes depending on the speed and what kind of block it is and stuff. But with super rotation, you can maneuver a piece almost anywhere if you are good at it, which I'm not, but I can do pretty well with the mobile version.
I know you told me about it. I can never get the last too long. Like eventually it just stops and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to.
So.
And it also depends on the version, but the mobile version is a pretty reliable version of it.
Okay.
And obviously holding is holding a piece, which is
We see the thing that made me blow my mind by him was I put on the max setting and just put it all the way up to 16 plus infinite.
But then he like filled the board halfway by accident because he sucked.
Yeah.
That was you trying, wasn't it?
I think. I don't know.
And then I was like, I got it. And then I like got to the top and I was like, time to do some
got, like,
cleaning.
200,000 scored.
I kept joking and I kept like,
The whole
joking the whole way
time. The
through.
entire
I was just
time.
making jokes about how like Tetris tournaments are just like, oh, gotta do some cleaning.
It's like,
Time to play a little more aggressively.
like, it was like,
Oh, gotta play defensive.
you gotta fill the
Do
well.
some cleaning. Yeah. Mostly just saying cleaning every time that you get
cleaning
it.
was
Say, oh, I'm gonna do cleaning, and then like just,
as Sesame Street would say, that's the word on the street.
and that's the way the news goes.
Yeah. Well, we both quoted things, but yeah, cleaning Tetris, same thing.
Other cool game is Puyo Puyo Tetris.
I liked that.
Puyo Puyo Tetris is awesome.
I also liked that theme.
You like the theme song too much, actually.
Too much, yes.
Puyo Puyo is another puzzle. I love block drop puzzle games sometimes. Not always, but like, I love
I like
Tetris.
Bejeweled.
I love Dr. Mario.
You love Honey
Bejeweled-
Pop.
I do love Honey Pop. The game's great, but that's a match 3. That's a different genre.
Oh,
It's not even remotely similar.
pretty. I think it's remotely similar.
It's not.
Hey, you said remotely, but there's still things that drop in a box.
Yeah, but the way they drop is different. You're not manipulating the drop.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, so it's not
No,
remotely.
block
it's
drop
just-
puzzle games are games where they control like Tetris, where you move and rotate or shift the order of pieces. Match 3s are where you can shift them around in a location. Completely different.
Fine, but still the same layout.
No, it's not.
You have a box and you have a thing that falls. That's a simple.
No, they're not, because the box is always full, whereas in any block drop game, you don't want it to be full. The actual goal is the opposite. They're not remotely similar at all. But I do like match 3s, just not quite as much as I enjoy block drop. Dr. Mario is a really good one.
I prefer Blockbuster.
No, you don't.
I did until they closed.
That's relevant to Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario, is that the one that's like... dun, 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 dun?
Well, yeah, that's one of the songs from it. That's Fever.
Oh, I thought that's the only one.
No, there's a couple. There's
I thought that's
Fever
the
and Chill.
main one.
It's the famous one, but it's not the only one from the game even. The original game I think had 2 songs, Fever and Chill. I don't know. I haven't played Dr. Mario.
What
in a while.
names?
I have Dr. Mario on NES. It's a fun game.
Okay.
We could do a GamerGobble video about that. Fight each other in it.
Maybe.
It's like
I don't know.
a fighting game, except it's not a fighting
We'll do
game.
Puyo Tetris. That is a fighting game.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, he'd win every time because just the Tetris part.
Plus, I'm better at Puyo Puyo.
No.
You've only ever matched 3 pieces. I can combo. I'm terrible at Puyo
You
Puyo.
own
though.
the game and can practice.
I don't own Puyo Puyo Tetris.
You do?
We played the demo.
We did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well then.
I'm gonna get it eventually, but it's like 20
Mind
bucks.
blown.
Yeah, the demo for Puyo Puyo Tetris. You can play it forever. It's really good.
Cool. Is there a point to getting it?
The actual game, It has way more modes. It doesn't send you back to the main menu every time you end a match.
Well, that doesn't seem so bad.
It's annoying. It's worth getting the actual game. It has like a story mode.
It's like
and stuff.
WinRAR. Please buy us. Nah.
And now the difference being Puyo Puyo Tetris actually has like different difficulties and more characters. It is better to
Okay.
actually buy it. But what we played was the demo. It wasn't even the demo wasn't even out in North America yet. That was a Japanese demo.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had to decipher what everything said. And I was like,
Yeah, because I have my Japanese shop account on the Switch. In any case, block drop games are fun. Columns is good, but it's not very my fun. I don't like it. Sonic Crackers.
No.
That's probably no Sonic Eraser. That was it.
Sonic Eraser.
My favorite one.
Okay.
It's not a good game.
Okay, I was gonna say because I don't know that one.
In any case, Pack Attack. It was like Tetris, but there were Pac-Men.
Pack Attack.
You've never played Pack Attack?
Pakistani's Attack.
You've never played Pack Attack.
No.
It was Tetris, except there were ghosts and there's Pac-Man.
Well, there you go.
It's pretty dumb, but it's fun.
Cool. Great.
In any case, it's a genre we like. We didn't have a lot to say about it, but
Yeah.
You know,
spent this whole
it's not our fault. We gotta do some cleaning.
this whole podcast.
Gotta start playing aggressively. Do some cleaning.
Tetris.
Oh, it's another Tetris. He's setting up for it. Oh, there's the Tetris. Oh, he's cleaning. Oh, he cleaned it.
Oh, he's ahead. Tetris.
Oh, he's been ahead for half an hour. Oh, he's ahead.
Building a well.
Tetris. Oh, he needs that long piece. Oh, there's that long piece. Oh, we got a Tetris.
Oh, he messed up. Gotta clean it.
Oh, he cleaned it.
Oh.
And that's it for this week on GamerGobble. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe or follow us on whatever medium you're watching the show on. If you have anything to tell us about our lovely voices, personalities, or interests, or opinions, leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
Be sure to like the video and share it if you're not too ashamed of listening to us.
Do it.
Just do it.
Make our dreams your dreams too, please.
Not all of them, though. Some of them are weird, like the one where Tim killed the milkman.
Hey, first of all, he had it coming. Well, don't forget, leave us good comments like...
No, leave us negative comments about how fat Tim and me are.
Oh, that hit me where it hurts.
Oh, you mean your heart?
No.
Because that's because of your heart artery problems.
I don't have those.
But you will by age 30.
I hope.
That's it for this week. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
I'm going to miss you all.
I won't.
That's true, actually. I have to edit all this thing. Dang it.
Bye.